Alrighty, folks, here we go. This is break 855, the 2021 Prizm Draft Picks College Football Pick Your Division. As you can see, we've got Harry Hood with the NFC West, Lucas with the NFC South, Lucas with the NFC North, Andrew with the AFC East, Haley with the NFC North. Then we've got Mr. CEO with the NFC East and the AFC West, and the AFC South for Mr. CEO there as well. Alrighty, let's get into this. Nice one there, John. Oh boy, these boxes are not conducive. I feel they're not like small enough to hold the pack to not move it around. It's weird. Very weird there for sure. Alrighty, let's get into this one. Delvin Cook of the Vikings, Tyler Lockett of the Seattle Seahawks, and we've got a bigger auto here, and it is a Steeler, and it's Pat Freiermuth. Pat Freiermuth of the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Lucas. Then we've got Ben Roethlisberger of Pittsburgh, followed by Amon-Ra St. Brown of the Detroit Lions, followed up by Phillip Rivers of the Colts. Then we've got Justin Fields of the Chicago Bears going to Haley. And an All-Americans Caleb Farley of the Tennessee Titans going to Mr. CEO. Henry Ruggs III of the Raiders and Cam Newton of the Patriots. And now our auto for this box is going to be Darius Stills. He's a thick boy, and he's on the Las Vegas Raiders, and that's going to Mr. CEO. Then we got Chris Godwin of Tampa Bay, Micah Parsons of the Dallas Cowboys, followed by DeAndre Hopkins of the Arizona Cardinals, Travis Etienne of the Jaguars, that's going to Mr. CEO, and then Marquez Stevenson of the Buffalo Bills going to Andrew. And folks, maybe not tonight, but keep that Prizm DP30 will be going for a while. So feel free to use that. Also, make sure you join our Discord. Discord's gonna have daily deals, pretty big, pretty good deals every day. I bet you tomorrow there may be some 50% off discounts there if you join our Discord. Those are good for one day and one day only. We've got Todd Gurley with the Falcons, Terry McLaurin with the Washington football team. And then we've got Brandon Knox. Brendan Knox is the auto, and that is of the Dallas Cowboys, and that's going to Mr. CEO. Followed by the red Prizm Travis Etienne of the Jaguars going to Mr. CEO. The Derrick Henry of the Titans to Mr. CEO. Tyler Vaughns of the Indianapolis Colts going to Mr. CEO. The Zach Wilson Crusade of the Jets going to Andrew. And Najee Harris of the Steelers going to Lucas. Two packs left in this break. Matt Ryan of the Falcons, Gardner Minshew of the Jaguars. And then our auto, Davion Nixon out of 149. Davion Nixon out of 149, and that is of the Carolina Panthers, and that is going to Lucas. They're very cool looking cards for sure. We've got Deshaun Watson of the Houston Texans of Houston, followed by More Than a Thielen. Then we've got Tyreek Hill of Kansas City, Kadarius Toney of New York, and the All-Americans Jamar Chase, that Kadarius Toney of the Giants going to Mr. CEO, and Jamar Chase of the Bengals going to Lucas. And we've got one pack left here. Brandon Ayuk of the 49ers, Lamar Jackson of the Ravens, and then Azeez Ojulari of the New York Giants to finish off the autos, and that's going to Mr. CEO. And that is out of 149. We've got the red Marquez Stevenson of the Buffalo Bills going to Andrew. A Jonathan Taylor out of 49 of the Indianapolis Colts going to Mr. CEO. Then we've got Kwity Paye of the Indianapolis Colts to Mr. CEO. And Jamar Chase of the Bengals to Lucas. And Pat Freiermuth of the Bengals to Lucas as well. Alrighty, let's run down these rookies. Pat Freiermuth of the Steelers going to Lucas. Jamar Chase of the Bengals to Lucas. Kwity Paye of the Colts to Mr. CEO. Marquez Stevenson of the Bills to Andrew. Jamar Chase to Lucas. Kadarius Toney of the Giants to Mr. CEO. Then you've got Tyler Vaughns of the Indianapolis Colts going to Mr. CEO. Travis Etienne of the Jaguars to Mr. CEO. Marquez Stevenson of the Bills to Andrew. Travis Etienne of the Jaguars to Mr. CEO. Micah Parsons of the Cowboys going to Mr. CEO. All-Americans Caleb Farley of the Titans to Mr. CEO. And Amon-Ra St. Brown of the Lions going to Haley. We're definitely trying to do more in-studio guests for future shows, 100%. With COVID over now, and, well, pretty much over, at least in New York. We've got 70% of our adults vaccinated. We'll definitely have more in-studio guests, that's for sure. We've got Darius Stills of the Las Vegas Raiders going to Mr. CEO. Pat Freiermuth of the Steelers to Lucas. Brendan Knox of the Cowboys to Mr. CEO. Davion Nixon of the Carolina Panthers to Lucas. And Azeez Ojulari of the New York Giants going to Mr. CEO. And then our two quarterback hits, Zach Wilson and Justin Fields. Zach Wilson of the Jets going to Andrew, and Justin Fields of the Bears going to Haley. And that is the end of break 855. Alrighty. We have 3 spots